The plan over the next few days is to continue stripping the van, starting with the rear lights and reverse lights. We want to get everything off and away from the van so we can continue to remove any rust and then start repairing any areas that need it. After I'd removed the rear lights and reverse lights, I started trying to remove the rear corner bumpers. Starting on the driver's side, I got one of the nuts free, but the second I could not find a socket that would fit properly. I wasn't sure if the nut was rounded, but I just could not get a grip of it. I decided to leave it there for the day and then get Dad involved, as he's always got a knack for fixing things that seem impossible to fix. Dad managed to find a socket that worked. We moved on to the passenger side. The first nut came undone really easily, but the second was difficult to get to as the bumper was bent and the socket did not line up well. After having a closer look, the nut was rusted on, so I decided to bend the bumper until it came off. We will be replacing the corner bumpers anyway, as they're quite badly rusted. The next day I moved on to removing the rust from the driver's side. Last time I was working on the van, we had some bad weather before I had time to spray the exposed metal. This was only light surface rust, so not too tricky to remove. After using the orbital sander, I moved on to the wet and dry sandpaper for the tricky areas. I then cleaned this area with some thinners before spraying with a primer. This primer will be coming off before we properly prime and paint the van. It's mainly just to help protect it for now while there's still so much to do. Annoyingly, I ran out of primer, so I'll finish off spraying the last little bits of exposed metal tomorrow. The next day I came back to the van, I firstly removed the driver's side door seal, and then I got started with removing the spray paint and rust from the gutter rail. I went on to use a small shot blaster to do the door gaps. This worked really well at getting the rust and paint out of these tricky areas. I also used it under the gutter rail. I then prepped this area, ready to prime the remaining exposed metal and the gutter rail. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and ring the bell to see what happens next.